Welcome back to Fashion with Sort Out YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial we are learning how to make this exaggerated hip dress with the stylish neckline. Okay, so I have my pattern paper here and we'll first of all cut out the down part. All right, so go ahead and roll out the starting line like so. All right, so after marking out the starting line, on the starting line is where we'll measure our waistline. The waist we are working with is 28 divided by 4, that's 7 inches. I then added extra 2 inches to it. All right, then the next thing I'm going to do is from the starting line I will mark 6 inches, which will serve as the upper hip, and then 9 inches which will be the lower hip. All right, and then the total length of the dress is 38. So I'm just going to remove the upper part, which is 16 inches, and the remaining 22 inches will be marked out as the length. Okay, so that is that. I will just go ahead and make a straight line with all the points. Now we go ahead to impute the body circumference. Okay, so the hip we are working with is 40 inches divided by 4, that's 10. For the upper hip, I'm just going to add 3 inches to it. It will serve as that hip is allowance and then the sewing allowance. And for the down hip, the lower hip rather, so I'll mark the 10 inches, which is the hip measurement, the circumference, and then I'll add the extra 3 inches which I added to the upper part, and then add extra 2 inches to it. You know, it's an exaggerated hip. I'll then go ahead and connect all the points like so. Now coming to the hem area, I will extend what I have on the hip to the hem area. Okay, and afterward I'm going to add extra inches because as it is not a straight skirt, is like an A-line dress. So I added extra 3 inches to it and then connect it to the hip, as you can see. All right, so I'm just going to make a connect for you to see what I did over there. Now the next thing we are going to do is come to the edge area like this and mark 2 inches, and then we'll make a cuff connect to the down part, to the M line, so that it will not give us a sharp edge. All right, so we'll go ahead now and cut the whole thing out. Now guys, to cut the back, I've gone ahead to place the front on the back using masking tape to hold it down, and then if you can observe that I put a space there for the zipper allowance, I marked that 1.5 inch over there, which will serve as the zipper allowance. So at the waist area, I'll mark 0.5 inch inward, and then okay, so this is for us just to avoid bulging at that area. So I marked 1 inch outward, that is ½ inch inward. So I'm just going to connect it to the coming line like so. All right, so it's just for us to prevent bulging at the waist area while fixing the zip. Okay, so after that has been done, I'll just go ahead and cut the whole thing out. So guys, we have our down parts cut out, both the front and the back. We just set it aside and we'll proceed to the upper part. Now I'm making sure that my paper is being folded, my pattern paper is folded into 2 because of the neckline we have at the front. We'll go ahead to mark out the back, which is 14 inches divided by 2, which is 7 inches. So I marked that 7 inches and then drawn down the shoulder line, which is 8 inches. All right, so I'll go ahead and mark 0.5 and then 3 inches. Find the midpoint, of course, for the shoulder length, and from there on the midpoint I came out by 0.5, and then I'll make a connect of the armhole like so. All right, so this is for the front, like I said, and then we'll go over to the neck area and mark 3 inches just to form the shoulder line. Okay, so I'll just connect it to the 0.5 that I add on the shoulder line. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do now is impute all other points, I mean the horizontal lines. While we will have all the body lengths marked out, I'll make a straight line of everything. So we have the chest line. This line is the bust point. Then we have the under bust length, then the waist length, the half length, and then I added extra 2 inches to it, 1.5 inches to it, which will serve as a sewing allowance. Go ahead now to impute the darts line, which is 4 inches. The gap is actually 8 inches. I divided it by 2, that gave us 4. So I'm marking 4 over there on each line, and then I'll go just make a straight connect of the point like so. Next, we'll come to the half length area, the waist area, I mean the last line, and mark ½ inch both inward and outward. All right, so I'm just mark ½ inch inward and outward, and then make a connect of those points to the line, I mean the bust point area. Do you see? So that is our dart. All right, so I'll just go ahead now and impute the body circumference. Coming now to our bust, the bust we are working with is 38 inches divided by 4, that's 9.5. I added extra 2.5 to it because it's going to be lined. All right, what we have over there will transfer to the bust point. All right, so I'm just going to mark that also. And then coming to the waist, the under bust area, the under bust circumference is 28 inches divided by 4, that's 7. I'll mark 7 and then add extra 2 inches to it. The same thing to our waistline, and then I'll make a connect of all the points. Have it ready. All right, so go ahead and cut it out. Guys, that's that to our front. I'll use the pattern to cut the back also. So I've gone ahead to do that. I had to add zipper allowance to the back. And so guys, as you can see, the neck pattern has been drawn out. I never knew that it wasn't covered, so I'll just go ahead and redraw it at the other plain area so that you can get how to draw out the neckline. So to this side, I'll mark out 2 inches on this part of the shoulder. I'll mark 2 inches. All right, I'll mark 2 inches. I've also made a small cut of the neck. I use 3 inches by 1.5. So on this edge of the shoulder, I marked out 1 inches. On the other one, I marked out 2 inches. So I'll just make a straight line, all right, and then make a straight line to like 6 inches, and then from there I'll connect this other side. All right, I'll connect it straight down like this, and then make a curve, like a you know that mark shape. When you are marking something, just make it and connect it together like so. And so we have our back. And so for the front also, for the back rather, I pinned the zipper area so that we can have equal shoulder for the front and the back, so that we can cut the two together. Although the back is not going to have an asymmetric neckline like we have at the front, it's going to be a round neck. So what I'm going to do is mark out the shoulder point so that it will be equal. So now I marked out 1 inch at the side and the other side 2 inches. All I'm trying to do is for us to have the points on each side, I mean at the right side of the back and the right shoulder of the front what we have on the front, to have it on the back. I hope you understand what I just said. Sorry. So I'll just connect it like so that the front shoulder will be equal to the back shoulder. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So that is our back, right? Like I said, on one shoulder I used 2 inches from the edge, the armhole area, then 1 inch at the other side. And so for the front, to go ahead to cut out the asymmetric neckline, the stylish asymmetric neckline, because it's not the regular one. So you must be careful over there not to overcut. All right, so this is our pattern. We have the front and the back pattern cut out. Now guys, I've gone ahead to use the pattern to cut the fabric, and so we have the back, right, both the two sides, and then we have our front. Okay, then also the down part too has been cut out. I cut out both the fabric and the lining, cutting it the same way so that the neckline will be the same. You can see the wide area and the smaller one. Same thing with the front. All right, but for the neckline of the lining of the front, I didn't cut it. I will first of all stitch it before coming back to cut it so that we can have it accurate. I hope you understand. And so then for the down part also, I've gone ahead to cut the lining and the main fabric, both for the front and the back. Just go ahead to stitch. Now guys, this is the front, the upper part front. Like I said, I had to stitch it before having to cut the lining out. This is for us to just maintain stability and to have it equally sewn. All right, so I'll just go ahead and reshape and cut out the neckline like so. And after cutting it out, I'll go ahead and turn it to give it a good press. Okay, but before you turn it, make sure you notch the area, the neck area, for it to lay well while ironing. Right, I also stitched the armhole area because of the kind of sleeve we are fixing. All right, so I just go ahead and turn it out. After turning it out, this is the way we have it. Okay, right, we just go ahead and press iron it well for us to have it. So this is the way it came out after pressing it. Also, I've gone ahead to fix the back also. So all we have to do is join the shoulder together and then go ahead to fix the down part to both the front and the back. Do you see the way the back is? Right, so I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what we have. I've joined the shoulder, joined the down part to it, and it's looking beautiful already. So all I have to do now is go ahead, I'll fix the zip to it also, go ahead and join the side. After joining the side, this is the way the whole thing came out. Very beautiful. Like I said, I stitched the armhole area also because of the kind of sleeve we are using. Is a cap sleeve we are using. And guys, this is the way we have it. If you have stayed to this time watching this tutorial, it's an assurance for me that you got value watching it. This is the cap sleeve. Do well to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friend, like it, ask question if you have. I've gone ahead to fix the sleeve to it, and this is the way we have it. Beautifully came out. So we have actually come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for staying true to the end. See you in my next tutorial. Thank you. Bye bye.